I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina. He is very near. By this, he was not 3 leagues off when I left him. How many gentlemen have you lost in action? But few of any sort, and none of name. A victory is twice itself when the achiever brings home full numbers. I find here that Don Pedro had bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio. Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb, the feats of a lion. He hath indeed bettered expectation than you must expect of me to tell you how. He has an uncle here in Messina, will be very much glad of it. I have already delivered him letters, and there appears much joy in him, even so much that joy could not show itself modest enough without a badge of bitterness. Did he break out into tears? In great measure. A kind overflow of kindness. There are no faces truer than those that are so washed. How much better is it to weep at joy than to joy at weeping? I pray you, is Signor Montino returned from the wars or no? I know none of that name, lady. There was none such in the army of any sort. What is he that you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was. He set up his bills here in Messina and challenged Cupid at the fight. And my uncle's fool, reading the challenge, subscribed for Cupid and challenged him at the Berblot. I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? How many hath he killed? For indeed I promised to eat all of his killing. Lord Benedict too much, but he'll meet with you, I doubt it not. He hath done good service, lady, in these wars. Had a rusty victual, and he hath hauled up to eat it. He is very valiant trencherman. He hath an excellent stomach, and a good soldier too, lady. And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord? Lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtue. It is so, indeed he is no less than a stuffed man. But for the stuffing, well, we are all mortal. You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is a kind of merry war between Senor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there is a skirmish of wit between them. Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. So that if he have wit enough to keep himself warm, let him bear it for a difference between himself and his horse, for it is all the wealth that he hath left to be known a reasonable creature. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother. Is it possible? Very easily possible. He wears his faith, but as the fashion of his hat, it never changes with the next block. See, lady, the gentleman is not in your books. Oh, and he were, I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion? Is there no young scorcher now? Will make a voyage with him to the devil. He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio. O Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 airy curbed. I will hold friends with you, lady. Do, good friend. You will never run mad, niece. Don Pedro approach.
Good Signor Lenato, you are come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house. In the likeness of your grace, for trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you depart from me, sorrow abides, and happiness takes his leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Are you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict, no, for then you were a child.
You have it full, Benedict. We may guess by this what you are. Being a man, truly the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are an honorable father. You have it full, Benedict. We may guess this what you are. Being a man, truly the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are an honorable father. Signor Leonardo be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Senor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed it, as Senor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then courtesy is a turncoat, but it is certain I am loved of all ladies. Only you expected, and I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
Dear happiness to women, they would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I am your humor, for that I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a pedrous scratch face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so good a container, but keep your way, I God's name. I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Neto, Senor Do Claudio, and Senor Benedict. My dear friend Leonardo hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay here at least a month, and he heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear he is no hypocrite, but prays from his heart.
If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. Let me bid you welcome, my lord, being reconciled to the prince of your brother. I owe you all duty.
Thank you. I am not of many words, but thank you.
Please it, your grace, lead on.
Your hand, Leonardo. We will go together.
Benedict, did thou note the daughter of Signor Lineto? I noted her not, but I looked on her. She not a modest young lady? Do you question me as an honest man should do for my simple true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom as being professed tyrant to their sex? I pray thee speak in sober judgment. Why, I faith, methinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is she were unhandsome, and being no other as she is, I do not like her. Thou pray that I am in spirit, I pray that you tell me how thou so like her. Why would you buy her that you inquire her after her? In the world buy such a jewel? Yeah, and a case to put it into, but speak you this with a sad brow, or do you play the floating jack? To tell us Cupid is a good hair finder, and Vulcan and a rare carpenter. Come, and what key shall a man take you to go in the song? Yeah, and a case to put it into, but speak you this with a sad brow, or do you play the floating jack? To tell us Cupid is a good hair finder, and Vulcan and a rare carpenter. Come, and what key shall a man take you to go in the song? Ah, she is the sweetest little lady I've ever looked on.